Game Week 1 team selection video of 2021-22 season. Wow, we are just a couple of days away now from the start of the season, and I can't wait to share with you guys my latest team. Now with that being said, I just do want to point out one thing. I am recording this video a couple of days before I'm going to post it, so if there is any news about some of the players in my team between the time of recording and uploading the video, then I do apologize, and I will make a further updated video closer to the start of the season if there is any news like that. But for this specific moment in time, I have created my Game Week 1 team. So make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's jump into the video. You know I have to mention about the giveaway, guys. So if you already know about this giveaway, feel free to skip this part. But for all my new viewers here, I do have a giveaway running right now. So how to enter? All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and retweet the post about the giveaway, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. There's actually going to be 2 winners, so the 2 winners, they'll receive anything they want, or anything sensible that they want, worth up to £50, anything of your choice. And it's completely free to enter, everyone is welcome, so definitely get involved. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is how the team is currently looking like. So let me walk you through what I've gone for. At the back, I've gone for Backman and Steele. I've gone for Backman as my 4.5 million goalkeeper over Sanchez because as Dunk and Lamptey are both injured and out for the start of the season, I don't think Brighton will be able to keep many clean sheets, and therefore I've gone for Backman. I do think over a period of time, these goalkeepers generally have similar points, but for now I've gone for Backman. And Steele is a nice 4.0 million goalkeeper, and I do think that Brighton don't have any other backup goalkeeper, and hence if Sanchez does get injured, Steele is the only backup, so then I'll have 2 playing goalkeepers which I can then rotate. As for the defence, you can see I've doubled up with the Liverpool guys with Trent and Robertson, and the reason I've done that is because both of them are pretty much equally as good as each other. I mean, the stats do favour Trent a little bit more than Robertson, but they're both very likely to get those attacking returns, and especially in the start of the season where their fixtures are so nice, I do see clean sheets for them, and then the attacking potential for both players are just the added bonus. I am actually thinking about downgrading Robertson to Dean and upgrading the rest of my team, but as for now I have gone for the double up in the Liverpool defence. Next I have Soufal in my 3-4-3 formation draft. The reason I've gone for him is his stats are amazing, especially in the latter stage of last season. The amount of shots he was taking in the box was just exceptional for a defender. And at a 5.0 million price, I think that's a really decent price for a West Ham defender who actually have very nice fixtures to start it off. And then on the bench, we have White and Taylor. White I've gone for him because he's a very nice way to get into that Arsenal defence. Apart from their 2 difficult fixtures in Game Week 2 and 3, Arsenal generally have a nice run of fixtures. And finally we have Taylor. The reason I've gone for him as another one of my 4.5 options is because of his stats. I did see a post, I can't remember from who, I actually did try to find it but I really couldn't. That post actually compared all the 4.5 options and he was dominating in majority of the stats. As well as that, Burnley don't actually have the worst starting fixtures. Now, moving on to the midfield, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. As you can see, there's no Bruno, but that has actually allowed me to upgrade my team significantly. So you need to think of it like this. I know Bruno is an exceptional player and there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to be performing phenomenally this season as well. But we need to compare the combinations that we can go for. If I were to go with the Salah and Bruno combo, which is very popular, that would mean the rest of my midfield won't be strong at all. I would have to go for some 6.5 million option and then maybe a 5.5 million option if I still want to have a nice defense and attack like I have in this draft. So downgrading Bruno to Greenwood then allows me to spread the funds a lot better and get Mahrez over 6.5 million midfielder and Robertson over 5.5 million defender. Now speaking about Greenwood, I have actually gone for him over Sancho. Now let me explain. Both of them will be playing pretty much similar minutes, and the fact that Rashford will be out for a portion of the start of the season, I do think Greenwood should be getting a significant amount of minutes, and I don't think Martial is even going to be starting many games, and that also just boosts Greenwood's minutes. And so I think Sancho and Greenwood, they're going to be performing fairly similarly, and hence I do think that saving 2 million on that United asset is actually beneficial. In my opinion, you either go for Bruno at 12 million or then just go for Greenwood, because both Sancho and Greenwood will be playing on the wing, and statistically I do think that Sancho and Greenwood will be producing similar numbers. Now for Salah, he's been in every one of my drafts, he's not going anywhere. And Mahrez, I think even against Tottenham, there is a very likely chance that he could get a return. As long as he starts, he is my favourite pick from the City team. And the fact that he's going to be on penalties this season is just a very nice bonus to have. Now I've gone for Bailey as well as one of my midfield options at 6.5 million. He does come with some decent stats, and let me read them out to you guys. So for last season, his expected goals per 90 is 0.29, his expected assists per 90 is 0.26, his shots per 90 is 2.6, his shot creation per 90 is 4.12, and his goal creation per 90 is 0.59. So initially I was actually favouring El Ghazi over Bailey, but the addition of Ings coming into the team, I do see El Ghazi's minutes being reduced significantly, and hence I've gone for Bailey. Now I could also go for Buendia, who's perhaps more of a safer option, more of a popular pick. But again, I do think if Bailey does start, he'll be in that more advanced role over Buendia. Now if I do see El Ghazi getting significant amount of minutes, I do prefer him over Bailey and Buendia. And he also comes in at 0.5 cheaper. And my 5th midfielder spot goes to Bissouma. He'll pretty much be on the bench every single game week. He's that guy, if one of the players in my team doesn't play for whatever reason, he'll be the player to come in with those nice 2 points. And finally, the front three, we have Ings, Antonio and Wilson. Now, the new face there, Ings, he hasn't been in many drafts I've seen. In fact, I don't think I've seen any draft with him in it. But now that he's at Aston Villa, and the fact that he could be also on penalties, and I think there is a very good chance that he will be. At 8 million, I do think he's a better option than Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that's the direct swap that I've actually made in my own team. I initially had Calvert-Lewin here, but I have swapped in for Ings, and let me explain why. First, I've already explained that he could be on penalties, whereas Calvert-Lewin isn't, and also their opening 3 fixtures, I just prefer it a lot more over Everton's starting fixtures. And I'm also thinking of shifting him over to Jimenez in game week 4. So the starting 3 fixtures are the ones that I'm really looking at, and I'm thinking Aston Villa, they have the better run. As for Wilson, he's also going to be on penalties, and he's going to be the focal point of that Newcastle attack. Now from that fixture chart that I showed you a couple of videos ago, Newcastle were really highly ranked in that chart, which essentially compared the team's attacking potential compared to their opposition's defensive potential, and Newcastle were right up there. They have great starting fixtures for those Newcastle attackers to get some goals and assists, and I think Wilson, he's going to be the centre point of the action. And Antonio finalises the front three. He comes in at a very nice 7.5 million. His starting fixtures are also very nice. And once again, as long as he isn't injured, he will be that focal point of the West Ham attack, and I do see him being involved in a lot of goals. As for the captaincy, is there really any other man apart from Mo that you can really go for? I mean, right now, it's on Mo Salah. I think he's the best option, and in game week 1, I would prefer to go for a slightly safer option than taking those risks. Although I really enjoy taking risks on my captain, but for game week 1, I think I'll be playing it safe and going for Mo Salah. If you are looking for a nice differential, then I do think that the Liverpool defence will give you just that. I think Trent, there's a higher chance that the Liverpool line does keep a clean sheet. So if Trent can then get an attacking return to add to that, he will be in the bonus points, and therefore he will be on a double-digit haul. So let me know what you guys think of this draft and what improvements I could make. Alright guys, it's your favourite part of the video. It's tinker time. Now, I do think that Grealish is going to be a very interesting option, and let me show you a team which we can maybe make with Grealish in. So if I remove Bailey and then get in Grealish instead, and if he does get that starting spot in City consistently, he could be a very interesting option. Personally, I don't think that I'm going to go for him even if he does get those starts. I just want to see him actually do well at City before I get him. So for those of you guys who do want him, here's a draft that you can maybe put together. So I've gone for Grealish over Bailey, and we need to make 1.5, and you can just remove Robertson and we have 5.5, and we have so many options at 5.5, and perhaps the best one is going to be either Dean or Shaw. So for now, I'll just pop in Dean. and that fits the budget exactly. So this is something we could also look at with Grealish and Dean. Now a lot of you guys will probably have Watkins in your teams, and with the addition of Ings going to Aston Villa, maybe you guys are thinking to then remove Watkins. So what can you do now? So you could downgrade Watkins to a slightly cheaper forward, and probably the best one being Tony at 6.5. So let's pop him in, and now we've got 1.5 in the bank, and we still have Grealish in the team. So what can we do from this spot? We can then go back to Robertson, we can upgrade Dean and go back to Robertson, or we can maybe look to get Son in instead of Mahrez. So let me actually show you that. So we can get in Son, and we still have 0.5 in the bank. Okay, let's say you do want Bruno. Let's try fit in a draft with him. So let me remove Son and now get in Bruno, because I know that's probably one of the most popular midfielder pair with Salah and Bruno. Whoops, let's put in Fernandes. Okay, so pop in Fernandes there. We're 1.5 short. So what can we do? Okay, so we've got a pretty strong midfield. Maybe we can just downgrade Grealish, and we still have 6.5 to spend. And that's perfect. There's quite a few options at 6.5 which we can actually look at. So if I put this at 6.5, let me show you guys. So we could go for someone like Bowen, who I did make a video on as a very nice differential. We have Traore as a differential for Aston Villa. Although I do think that the other options like Bailey and El Ghazi and Buendia are much better options. We could also look at maybe someone like Saka. Apart from these two fixtures in game week 2 and 3, Arsenal do have pretty decent run of fixtures. Yeah, pretty much all the way to game week 11, they have very nice fixtures. Only Tottenham being maybe the slight difficult one, and Leicester. And as I mentioned, you could look at El Ghazi at 6 million, Buendia 6.5, and then Bailey also at 6.5. So for now, let's just pop in maybe Bowen just to show you this kind of draft. So that's something you could also look at. And with this team, you have the double up in the United attack. And one final combination which I actually also really like is to get Jota in. So instead of Bailey, you're going to get Jota. So let me pop him in at 7.5 million. And then I'll just because I have more than 3 players from Liverpool, I can just downgrade Robertson, and we still have 6 million in the bank. So I could go for, Shaw or Dean. For now, let's just pop in Shaw, because I've had Dean for the other drafts that I showed you. So let's start that. We still have 0.5 in the bank. Then we could upgrade Backman to a 5 million goalkeeper, or we could then upgrade Soufal to Dean or Creswell. So that's a potential other draft which I actually also really like. But as for now, this is how the team is looking. This is the starting 15. This is the team. Let me know what you guys think of this team down in the comments, and if I should make any changes and what they should be. If you made it to this point in the video, then drop a comment down below telling me who you will be captaining in game week 1. And if you're ready and pumped and excited for the new season to start, then drop a like on this video. I'd really much appreciate it, and it also helps out the channel too. Apart from that guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.